Hey everybody, it's me. And today I'm going to talk about Dumbo, the 1941 animated film produced by Walt Disney and released by RKO Radio Pictures. This was Disney's fourth full-length animated movie and is loosely based on the 1939 story of the same name by Helen Mar Conserver. I'll put a link to my analysis of that story in the notes because they did such a good job of adapting it to film. The movie takes place in a traveling circus and begins with storks delivering newborn animals to their mothers. Among them is Mrs. Jumbo, a large, kind elephant who has longed to have a baby. When the stork arrives at her enclosure, she unwraps the blanket and is delighted to find a baby elephant. Overjoyed, she scoops him up and gives him a loving bath, then names him Jumbo Jr. or Jumbo for short. The next day, the circus folk gather for the baby elephant's first public appearance. But before he goes on, Mrs. Jumbo notices that her baby has enormous floppy ears. She doesn't think it's a problem, but when the ringleader sees him, he says, "Well, I never," and rushes to hide the baby's ears under a striped bathing suit. Mrs. Jumbo protests, but he tells her the size of the elephant's ears is a freak show, not fit for family entertainment. So she reluctantly lets him take her baby away. Jumbo watches sadly as the other animals laugh and point at him. A group of boys run past, one of them shouts, "Look at Dumbo," and the name sticks. Feeling sorry for himself, Dumbo wanders off to be alone. His mother finds him and comforts him, but when she tries to shield him from some passing boys, he runs away. She is then accused of being dangerous and is locked away in a cage with a sign reading, "Keep away, she's dangerous." Heartbroken, Dumbo runs away and is seen no more. The once playful baby elephant is now a dejected outcast who wanders the circus grounds, ridiculed by the clowns and shunned by his own herd. As the baby elephants play, he watches sadly from afar, longing to join them but believing he never will. One day, he meets a mouse named Timothy Coo Mouse, who becomes his best friend. Timothy is small but brave and sees something special in Dumbo. He comforts the little elephant, assuring him his ears are not a curse but a gift. Timothy then asks the ringmaster to let Dumbo take part in the clown act, hoping to prove his worth. At first, Dumbo is awkward and trips over his large ears, leading to accidents that make the audience laugh for the wrong reasons. The clowns decide to use him in their act as the butt of jokes. They force him to leap from high platforms into tubs of water while dressed in a ridiculous outfit. Dumbo becomes a laughingstock, humiliated night after night. One evening, Timothy takes Dumbo to visit his mother, who, though in prison, still loves her son. He comforts her by gently cradling him through the bars. The lullaby "Baby Mine" plays softly as Dumbo snuggles in his mother's trunk. Later, as Dumbo and Timothy wander the circus, they accidentally drink water that's been laced with champagne. The two become drunk and drift into a strange dream sequence known as the Pink Elephants on Parade. Bizarre elephant shapes dance and twist across the screen in strange patterns. It's a surreal and unsettling vision of comedy and unease. When they awake the next morning, they find themselves high in the branches of a tall tree. Confused, Timothy wonders how they got there. The answer is soon revealed. Dumbo had flown. His enormous ears have carried him into the air like wings. To help him believe in himself, Timothy enlists a group of friendly crows who at first tease Dumbo relentlessly, but eventually they relent and give him a magic feather, telling him it will help him fly. With the feather in his trunk and newfound confidence in his heart, Dumbo soars into the sky, amazed by his own ability. Back at the circus, Timothy reveals Dumbo's flying talent to the audience. During a clown act, instead of falling clumsily, Dumbo spreads his great ears and takes off, soaring above the stunned crowd. The magic feather slips from his grasp, but Timothy reminds him that the power has always been within him. Trusting himself, Dumbo continues to fly, swooping and diving with skill. The same people who once mocked him now cheer with astonishment. Dumbo's gift changes everything. No longer ridiculed, he becomes the star attraction of the circus, celebrated for his unique ability. With fame comes respect, and most importantly, Dumbo is reunited with his beloved mother, who is freed from her chains at last. Together, they travel happily with the circus, no longer outcast but adored by all. This movie is a classic for a reason. The animation is beautiful, the music is memorable, and the story is heartwarming. I highly recommend it. Thanks for watching.